Y'all remember I did a video talking about how the NBA 2K community is so weird in terms of competitive play, where it's only a certain sector, Sim Nation and such, that really wants a competitive basketball game, less cheesy. And NBA 2K20, and I just want to show y'all this so y'all know I'm not bullshitting. I've been playing this game last night. I also have played. But before we get into that, let me speak on this. Last night I also played a. I played a lot of. We played some pro am with my pro am crew, and we all agree. We're in unison that this is a game that finally allows us to do more. It's more about basketball IQ in terms of the gameplay right now because you can't spam dribble as much and do stuff like that. And it's amazing because I've been calling for this for I don't know how many years, right? This has been my biggest gripe with this game is that it is catered so much to casuals, though it is pretended to be a casual, a competitive game. So up until now, and granted we're playing a version, not everybody has their badges and stuff yet, so it's still to be determined. But at least initially, it plays as good as it's ever been. So when I saw that it was, I was seeing that the park remained the same. I saw that neighborhood and all this stuff, may remain the same. And people were like, "Oh man, like I didn't care about that." My thing was I just wanted to fix the game. So even if it was a kind of revamped, repolished 2K19, that didn't bother me because the gameplay is ultimately what drops. I don't care about all the cosmetic stuff. And so I look at on like Mike Wang's Twitter, and my bros told me to do that. My pro am crew, and we're seeing all of these people like just cry and gripe, and I'm like, dude, this is amazing to me that patch coming out, all players moving like snails. All the players don't move like snails. And me and my bros, again, we're like, it just shows such a disconnect between competitive, uber competitive gamers and casual gamers. They want to be going lightning fast, and the speed kind of helps with a skill gap, but the speed isn't much of a difference. It's just that now there's a big time differentiation between 99 speed and even 95 speed. So the bigs and the smalls. So when what you're gonna have right now is not everybody's gonna be that fast, and you feel that, right? And that's how it should be. And that they can't put two and two together and understand that. And then you got folks asking for like this is false 99 speed and you're running like I don't know what this guy's talking about. But and I'm not saying this game is perfect. Let me be very very clear from a gameplay standpoint. I have my calls and gripes with it. But I'm seeing some of these people like stamina. Stamina is fine. The stamina is fine. You just cannot spam dribble, do all these stupid behind the backs and whatnot. So it's like, what in the world is going on? I like this guy. I gotta like that. Speed is fine. Don't cater to casuals. 100%. 100%. But small forwards, basically, people are upset because they can't make God talent, certainly not right out the gate, and they miss a lot of shots. They're having to rely on IQ instead of just cheesing the game, and this is something that 2K has messed up because they've spoiled this community. They built a foundation on catering to these people. So the 2K League comes out, and now it's they have to more so cater to competitive games. Otherwise, that league is going to get stripped away immediately if they don't have those aspects that rewards higher basketball IQ and does not reward people just simply being able to create God squads or God talents. I'm not referring to my team, like God talents that are good at everything that can just shoot the ball willy nilly, dribble the ball willy nilly. I don't care what so and so does this. Nobody in real life gets tired. Like it has to be sim to a degree, but also relative to the video game. That is that adds that competitive element. I don't care what Kyrie does or Kevin Durant being 7 feet, being able to shoot the ball wherever he wants. These are anomalies, and you have to be more purposeful with your dribbling. Like I do. I'm a point guard for my pro-am squad, and I have no problem with the dribbling. Like you have to be more purposeful with it. You can't just sit around dribbling all day. But this community has been catered to. This is what 2K has messed up. This is why they're going to get this reaction. This community has catered to these types, and they're mad. Probably gonna be some mad in the comments right now. And if you've catered to casuals so long, you've made it easy for them. People that have been pretending to be good at the game are bad at the game. Well, I've seen some of these streamers that, were planning to go, all out last year. They were able to go 50, and 0 for the most part. First part games, now they're losing games, right? So there's an adjustment. There's a learning curve that you have to have now. And when you've catered to this community for as long as you have, this is what you get. This is exactly what you get. You get these types that are entitled to the game being made easier, which is what that ultimately boils down to. I can't do what I did last year, therefore something's wrong with the game. Whereas to what really was going down is that the game was broken. You were just allowed to do these types of things. Now, in other competitive like competitive gaming communities, it's not really like this. Not saying that it's exclusive to 2K, but it's not really like this. A lot of guys want things nerfed for by way of because it breaks the game or something like that. It people are relying upon everything other than skill. This is a community. 2K is a community that, and granted, there's Sim Nation, there's other guys like myself who are not like this, but there's a lot of these guys who simply want the game to be made easier. They want stats to be as high as they can. They want the sliders to benefit them, to reward them. So if they they don't get good releases, they make shots because the ratings are so high, or they can make contested shots. They can do things that don't require high basketball IQ, cheese builds and such. Like, that community has been catered to. So 2K. And this is what I want to end on. Don't listen to these guys. You've made it clear that you want to make a competitive game. In my honest opinion, this is the best gameplay initially that it's been, and it still has some problems. It still has some problems. I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to do my first initial review, and then I'll do reviews like down the line, because you can't really, definitely with a game that is going to get patched, you can't really just say, oh, this is the greatest game initially, because they can change that just like that. Definitely if they're going to cater to these guys. And that's what I worry, is that these guys have gotten, they're going to be crying. I just showed you guys some of these companies that are crying all day long. Why can't I do what I can do? Why am I being so limited? Why can't I make people that are 99 everything? And if they cater to them, thus basically making the sliders to where they can make more mistakes and still be rewarded with baskets and stuff, if they do that, it's going to ruin the damn game. And I'm hoping that they don't do that. And I'm hoping that they stand their ground, because that's what competitive games actually have to do, is that you fix what makes it less competitive. You fix what makes it abusive, when people are abusing game mechanics. You fix that element. But if you have a sector that is like, this game is too hard for me when I'm playing this competitively online, at some point in time, you have to be like, adjust, or just simply be bad at the game. And that's the line they have to draw. Are they going to draw it? We'll see. But the gameplay, from what I played on my career in both offline, online, with a full team, so the most competitive online mode in Pro-Am, I played that. I played the Jordan Rec as well. And we were like, dude, this game is, in terms of responsiveness and stuff, this is better than it's ever been. And it makes more sense. These guys are trying, you could even tell. And if you watch videos online, people doing the park stuff, like a streaming, they're trying to do things that they were not doing, they able to pull off last year, and they're missing. These are bad shots. These are terrible shots. You're relying solely on your player's rating, not your skill, which, yes, there has to be a balance of the two, but your skill is ultimately what determines if you're going to be good or bad. And that's how the game should be, not just, okay, I press square or I use the analog. My skill set of the player, like attributes, are going to bail them out, even though this is a terrible shot, terrible pass and such. So we're going to see. I hope they don't patch it catering to these guys, but we'll see. But that's at least my honest initial, certainly, opinion in terms of what I'm seeing from a lot of these weirdos in this community.